flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. Once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day. And I kind of just messed up the intro, but I apologize. Welcome to Richmond International Speedway, guys. We are here for the Go Fast Racing League Lazy Days K&N Series. 200 laps around this fun track. It should be a very good one. Take a real fast look at your weather. Man, I really need to fix that. Keep forgetting to take that off. Winds out of the west at 5.37 miles per hour. 69-degree air temp. Track temp right there around the same, 68 on this little under 3/4 of a mile track. Should be a very good race though. Right now, Landon Lacey, Todd Cray, and Matt Urban, your top 3 here in practice, and Todd Cray just jumped Landon. I'm sure Landon loving that. Pretty much just the Todd Cray show. Nobody's catching Todd Cray this season in the points. He has pulled away. There is no chase in the K&N series for these guys, so basically all just for fun right now in the K&N. Of course, every guy wants to come in here and win. We got a total, well, quite a few drivers in here. 15 drivers making a start here for the Go Fast Racing League. What I want to do now, step aside, get our national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alright, we are back here. About to get this race underway. Got about 2 minutes here left in practice. So let's go over a couple things. As I mentioned, you guys can go check this link out, by the way. GoFastRacing.us. And you can see all the information. They run 3 series in the league. Trucks on Thursdays, K&N on Fridays, and Saturday nights they have the Xfinity race, which we will be with tomorrow as well. Trucks was off this weekend, so that's why we did not broadcast yesterday. So you all can go over to GoFastRacing.us. Click the link in the description. I think there's one down there. By the way, if you notice, look, they got the Monster Energy signs up now. They put them on the track and fixed some of the tracks, so it's pretty cool that they actually did get that up. So this week we're at Richmond. Next week we go to Chicagoland. The last time we raced back at Darlington, Todd Cray picked up the win after leading 35 laps. Joshua Banks finished second after leading 64. Todd Cray, a 148-point lead over Nate Anderson right now. Don't know if anybody's really going to catch him. I mean, we're already 24 of 33 races. It's going to be tough. Guys, real fast while I'm sitting here thinking about it, before I forget, everybody probably remembers the CFR Championship, which is a league that I ran, along with my team and stuff like that we ran, of course, broadcasted on Sunday nights. We are going to be bringing that back. We don't know the day yet. We don't know when. It is going to be a winter series, and it will be a scrambler series. What I mean by that is we're going to be running 3 different types of cars around short tracks and some little bit bigger tracks. Not much, though. Races ain't going to be very long. We'll get all the information here soon. I will tell you that the cars are going to be street stocks, modifieds, and late models is the cars we're going to run. And so it's fun. It's going to be different, and we'll see how it all works out. But tonight's focus right now is on The Go Fast Racing League Lazy Days K&N Series live from Richmond International Speedway. As Todd Cray did jump over Landon Lacey by not very much, not even close to a tenth. Matt Urban right now at third, Eric Borelli up to fourth, Joe Burchett fifth. So let me know, guys, who gets the win here tonight. Give me your thoughts. These drivers are going to be facing something a little bit different. I want to mention this because last time we was here, this race was a disaster. I'm going to be honest. A lot of cars had trouble because of turn 2, and really it was because of the build last time. But the cars are better now. Everything's better. This race should be a very good one. 200 laps will not take long because it is a short track. So, practice coming to an end as the green flag about to pop out for qualifying. We are green flag once again here in the Lazy Days Go Fast Racing League qualifying session as we watch Austin Marion come out in the 65. We watched him, when was that? Last week, I think? He ran the trucks at Canadian Tire. We watched a good battle with him, Nate Anderson, Derek Pemberton towards the end. As he gets loose going through turn 3 and 4, getting a little bit too much over there. So we'll go over to Eric Mitch. In the 00. We hop on board, and I really need to fix that. I just noticed something. Anyway, going down this back stretch at Richmond, he's going to get on the brake, get to the bottom of the line, and Eric's probably going to slow down. He likes starting towards the back of the field, and plus he's drunk driving tonight because he posted in the chat that he's already drinking. So I'll probably be starting drinking, so will everybody else before the end of this race. So there's going to be some hot tempers. Jeff Smith on track. In the number 61 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles K&N car. Todd Cray just put down his first lap, jumped into third. Eric Borelli went to the top of the board with a very good lap of 20.230. So qualifying right now a lot different than what we've seen so far from guys where they qualified or where they practiced at. Will Todd jump up? He will not. He actually loses speed on his second lap. Joe Burchett pulling out. So is Nate Anderson. Nate already out on track. See Nate's car. Something a little bit different about Nate's car is I forgot the name driver at painted. I apologize. I think it might have been Harpoon Designs. I may be wrong. I apologize, guys. But you notice his number is on the back part of the quarter panel. Pretty cool. Different type of paint scheme. Joe Burchett also out on track. You can see his paint scheme as well. Driving the sim seats. TRN overtake Monte Carlo. As he will start his first lap. It looks like Nate Anderson may have wrecked. He did. Of course, you got Landon Lacey in the 35 as well. Joe Burchett did jump up to third, by the way. We'll hop back over to Landon, who qualified second with a 20.115. And how about Eric Borelli right now, though? I don't know if anybody's going to be able to beat him. Joshua Banks may have a chance. Joshua qualified sixth with that lap. Newcomer Cole Thomas, you see him on the screen. I love that car, by the way. That's a really good paint job. One of my favorite paint schemes. Of course, Nate Anderson into one back out there to finish his lap. I'm going to be honest, guys. It's tough to pick who's going to win this race. I think I don't know how many drivers are going to finish it, so I really don't know. It's hard to bet. I want to go with Eric, I think. I'm going to go with the 14 of Eric Borelli. He did qualify first, but I don't know. I mean, he does got a live spotter, and I think that's going to make a difference. Tim Giles, his spotter. I think that's all for qualifying. We got a couple cars that have not qualified yet that are still out there. As you see, the 90 he's basically just on a super slow lap. Pretty cool looking paint scheme, though. I'm not going to lie. Jack and Coke pouring right now. Don't pick me. Eric, you are picked, sir. Eric Mitch, I'm picking you to win. I like that paint scheme, by the way. I was looking at that whenever I came in. So Eric usually qualifies last. He don't like starting up towards the front. Oh, here we go. Here's a car out there on track. The 29, Lee Granty. We seen Lee win back at Indianapolis in the Xfinity car. His biggest win of the season as he goes into turn number 1 and smacks the wall. Yeah, I think 14 is going to be tough. Nate Anderson is the man. I like that. So we do got a couple new drivers that I haven't broadcast. The 44 and the 90. I haven't broadcasted none of them, I don't think. Matt Urban, not really new. He's been on a couple broadcasts before. As the 29 crosses the start-finish line, he will get his lap in. Everybody but Nate Anderson did not get their lap. Alright, so we're going to set the grid up. As you see, here is your grid. Oh. Eric Borelli on the pole. We're going to pull in Eric here in just a moment. Actually, I will probably move up there, so I won't have to pull him in. Hey, Eric, you got me?
Yeah, Adam, go ahead, brother.
Man, you got the pole here tonight, and that's a big lap you did. That's actually a very surprising lap. Talk us through that, man. What's it going to take for you to get the win here?
Yeah, it's going to be all about patience tonight, you know. Short track racing, you know, people heat up. Temps, you know, everybody gets a little wound up at times. You know, you push each other kind of hard. So definitely got to conserve your goods a little bit, you know when to push it, know when to sit back a little bit, and hopefully we'll stay out front. I
want to let everybody know that's out there watching. We actually tried to get your onboard camera to work tonight. But, of course, you do have a Twitch where you're streaming. And I knew that. Smoking on 14. On Twitch, so people out there that's interested, you can go watch the in-car view, and it's a pretty cool view, by the way, because he's got a motion rig and all that stuff. Really cool. You can see all that. But Eric, man, you got a long race here, 200 laps. I know patience is another big issue. How important is pit road here, though? You know, it comes up on you really fast.
Yeah, getting off clean, getting on clean is really going to be key tonight. You know, you're going to have to even with that, get some patience getting on pit road. Don't overdrive it. You know, don't miss the pit road entrance, because if you do, you're going to be in a world of hurt. I'm sure we're going to see some anger issues tonight out of everybody. But good luck. You're starting on a point. Of course, Tim, your spotter, has a big job cut out for him tonight as well, because getting around here in traffic is a pain. So good luck, man. I'll be up here watching. Thanks a lot, Adam.
Thanks, bud. Alright, so we get ready to go here at Richmond International Speedway. See the cars grid, and we're waiting on a couple more to grid up. I believe all of them did grid besides one of them. The 29 has yet to grid. I'm looking forward to this race, though. As we roll here at Richmond. Nate Anderson may have something, though. If he could keep the car, every time I watch him, and he probably knows already, but I'll go ahead and say it. Every time I watched him, he's gotten turned because of the apron. Whenever I've seen him wreck, he's getting a little bit of the apron coming out on the exits, and it's sending him around. And that's what I think is going to be the issue. You touch the apron here, you're done. Well, you ain't going to be done if you can save it, but it's not going to be happy for you. Let's put it that way. So we're going to go around one more time. Let's get a look at everybody's paint schemes real fast. There is the number 14, Eric Borelli. There is the 35 of Landon Lacey driving a Jeff Gordon DuPont car. Of course, you got the 48, Matt Urban. 21, Todd Cray. 11 of Jeremy Rigney. Alongside him is the 65 of Austin Marion. Oh, there's Jeff Smith, sorry. There's Austin Marion. Jeff Schmidt. Dylan Bose. And by the way, Dylan is running this paint. I actually made that paint for him today. American Red Cross. He wanted to run something special for Texas. Pretty cool. It's kind of like a Jeff Gordon paint, actually. That Jeff Gordon ran his job in Hunger, but with the American Red Cross logo. So pretty cool. Then you got the 44. Zach Greer, newcomer. Eric Mitch. Nate Anderson. Joshua Banks. Joe Burchett. And Lee Grady. I want to mention real fast that as we get ready to go, green flag is out. We're off to racing here at Richmond International Speedway. It is side by side for the 35 and the 14 coming out of turn 2. Everybody looks like they got through it really clean. It's still going to be side by side for our lead at the moment. We work through turns 3 and 4. How bottom line going to prevail? Looks like. And Eric Morelli will lead the first lap here. 199 more to go. Landon Lacey gets the nose out front. Coming out of turn number 2. Looks like that high line may prevail off here. Oh, Landon thought about going down in front of Eric. Got to be careful going that. And off turn 4, Landon Lacey will take the lead. As we got a battle, 4-car battle up front. Matt Urban right there in the 48, 21 Todd Cray, Eric Morelli in the 35 of Landon Lacey. A little bit further back, Jeff Smith taking a peek to the inside of Austin Marion. Also the 36, Joshua Banks in the Kmart car, trying to pass the 44 of Zach, and it looks like the 36 will move up one spot. Here comes Joshua looking underneath the 65 of Austin as well. It looks like Jeff will be able to clear Austin coming up out of turn 4. Also, I want to mention Todd Cray just took over second. 61 may have scraped the wall there a little bit. Joshua gets around him. Something to keep an eye on during this race is the marbles. Them things are going to get, and I say it kind of funny, I know. They are going to get so heavy, we are going to see them flying around. We noticed it the other night during the sim racing short trackers as caution flies. It looks like Cole Thomas in the 90 went around. Possibility he got some apron. He got a little bit of damage as well. Yep, apron was the cause of it. There he goes, overcorrected into the wall. He would have probably been better off spinning it around. And happened right in front of Nate Anderson. Nate Anderson going to be your lucky dog. And unfortunately for Cole, it looks like his not where he wants it to be as the field catches the back end of the pace car. So we work caution number 1 here on lap 8. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm wondering the same thing. I can try to find out, but at the same time, it's so tough to really know because as pit road is open, I will try to find out for you though. As they do come down pit road, I'm actually surprised to see this many cars coming down. Looks like everybody actually come down pit road. There may be a couple guys staying out. No, they would not. See the 14, the 35, the 94, the 48, the 21 all in his pit box. And Landon Lacey's down. By the way, the reason why you see Joe Burchett so far back, he did have to get an EOL because he did not finish his practice laps as he beats out Jeff Smith on pit road for 10th place. And the 14 really on pit road for some odd reason. Again, they must is having trouble changing the tires, it looks like. It keeps picking them up and putting them down. Not sure what happened there. Huh, that's a strange one. Yeah, I'm a little curious on what happened on pit road. I messaged the spotter to see if I can find out. I don't know if they're going to tell me much because they don't want to give too much information away during the broadcast just in case somebody's listening. But hopefully we'll get something figured out and see if what the problem is. But something definitely going on. I don't know what it is. I want to mention that Lee Grandy apparently just got off work for 24 hours. He's been up for 24 hours, so he's out there racing in 29. So if you see him just swerving all over the road, don't think much about it. I'm actually surprised. They did say the car gets tight, though. But already it's kind of surprising. And I do want to mention that about 20 laps, well, we'll say 25 laps, you're going to have the tires drop off an entire second. So that's something, you know, just to be thinking about. Sorry, guys. Had a message on Facebook. So the pace lights are off. We are about to go back green flag racing, and that's one thing I do like about the short track races is that cautions do not take as long as what they would normally. I'm looking forward to next week. I like Richmond, but I'm really looking forward to next week. We start the chase here next week as well for the truck. I think the trucks start next week. And the Xfinity I know does. Pace car is in. We are green flag here at Richmond. Landon Lacey with a good start, by the way. And by the way, I apologize. We do not start the chase next week for the trucks. Already, Todd Cray getting a run here on Landon Lacey. Oh, I hit the wrong button, guys. Sorry. On Landon Lacey. Here comes that 21. And there's where he gets a run out. We shall see if Landon can hold him back. Got a good little race back here. This is the 44, the 94, and the 65. Looks like that's going to sort out pretty quick, though, so we'll jump back up front to our leaders. That's the 35, 21, and 48. Matt Urban has really came on strong here during this set of run, or during this run. Started fourth, up to one spot already. And is doing a good job on hanging right now with our leaders. Austin Marion underneath the 44. And for anybody out there wondering, they do not use fast repairs in this session. Nate Anderson goes by as well. A little bit of information about Eric Borelli. He did start on the pole, but he's back to 9th right now. Not sure really what's going on with his car as we hop on board. It does look like he's tight. He's running a lot higher. Oh, there goes the 19 around. Dylan Bowes and the caution. Depending on what happens, it should fly. It will, because he backed up. And he has tore that car up pretty good. Did he have help? No. Got loose underneath the 94. And there he went. And right there's what brought us caution when he backed up. We'll get one more look at this. No contact. Of course. Oh, he actually rolled it. Wow. I don't know how that car's even drivable, but it is. from what I've seen, it was 112 when he, well, It was like 108 when he started getting loose. He was right at 112 when he started spinning sideways, from what I've seen. So back down pit road to go. We did have one car stay out. Nate Anderson going to stay out, lead a lap. Of course, Nate second in points, so he has, well, nothing really to lose, being there is such a big point gap, but he did come down. All right, guys, we're going to step away and get our first break. We'll be right back right after the race off pit road as Landon Lacey wins it. Looks like Todd Cray comes out second behind Zach Greer, Matt Urban, Jeremy Rigney, Joe Burchett.
You walk 30 feet away from the car.
We're all looking to bring as much of the real world into sim racing as we possibly can. Our SimCraft Tilton Pro Sim Racing pedal sets are here to elevate your rig, improve your consistency into and through the corners, and give you the ability to dial in your perfect pedal feel. Put your feet on the same pedals the pros use. From the braking zone to corner exit, get the most out of every corner with SimCraft.
Back here at Richmond as we're watching Nate Anderson right now in the one. I want to mention real fast that Nate has not been on pit road. It could become a problem. We'll see. He's been out there right now with 20 laps on these tires, or 21 laps, sorry. He had to pit stop early because he had an EOL, or a black flag. So he's been out there for quite a bit on these tires. We'll see how much it hurts. But of course, they've only been, 16 laps that are green, I think, is about what it's at. Actually, a little bit less than that, about 14. So, I don't know what it's going to do to him. This is going to be interesting. I think it's a good thing to try this early, though. That way you'll know for later on in the race. If it works, then good. Of course, if it don't work, then you know not to go back to it. So the pace light should be going off this time. And I do want to mention that Dylan Vose just back on pit road. He just left pit road, should I say. And we're going to be doubling up here. So it will be Nate Anderson and the 35 of Landon Lacey on the front row. Todd Cray, Zach Greer, Matt Urban, Jeremy Rigney is your top 6. Looks like Joshua Banks is in 7th as well. 65 of Austin Marion alongside him. I'm really liking that collar on that car, though. Alright, so Nate Anderson going to have the lead here. We'll see how this plays out. This is going to be interesting. I'm also interested in how the 44 does. He took 2 tires on the stop, so I don't know. He struggled a little bit in practice, but we'll see. As the pace car pulls in, green flag waves, and the one did not get going. Not sure if Landon Lacey's going to get a penalty or not. But it looks like that was a clean start. But it looked like the one got wheel spin. And it looks like Joshua Banks having some trouble blinking in and out. As Todd Curry gets around Nate Anderson. This could be bad for Nate. As the 48 is underneath him. By the way, the 44, who took 4 tires, back to 6. So dropped 2 spots for him as well. As we go down into turn 3, Joshua Banks trying to make a move on the 14 of Eric Borelli. And the 61 of Jeff Smith's also in this. Up in 8th place. Whoa, Jeff Smith's going to go around. Save it. Wow. Wow, that was the greatest save I've ever seen in our broadcast, and that says a lot. As the 36 off pace as well, he may have just got rear-ended. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, he got rear-ended. There's two concepts to this. One, here's what happened to 36. We're going to go back to Jeff Smith as well. Joshua really slow. I don't know if something happened or what it was. The 90, by the way, is done. So then this happened. Watch this. Whoa. What a save by Jeff Smith as he gets passed now by Joe Burchett. Joshua Banks really off pace. I'm not sure. He is not blown up, and he is done. Wow, that's a strange one. Not sure what happened to the 36, but he's actually still moving on pit road. But he's going very slow. Something must have had to happen. 44 getting passed by the 65. This is for 6th place. You know, Nate has actually done a pretty good job on them old tires as well. Yeah, he got hit, I think. I don't know though, because what's weird about it is I don't know what's going on with him. He's back up to speed now. So I don't know what is going on with him, but he's coming to pit road. He's definitely going to go in his pit box. I'm not sure why he was that far off the pace though. I mean, that was like, he was really off the pace. He was down, from what I've seen, he got down to 54 miles an hour. Maybe a little bit faster. You gotta give or take a little bit on this live time and stuff. So, but very odd. We're only taking a peek to the inside of the 44. You're not going to get there yet, so we'll be watching this battle. Yeah, they made contact, but it was not the 61. I got this live timing thing, and it shows me who made contact. I can go back and check, I think, once more. Let's see. So yeah, what right here. So it should happen right through here somewhere. It should happen right here in just a second. As we look at the replay from what happened to Joshua Banks. I believe it's right here is where it happens. Oh, not this lap. Must be next one. Right here is where the 61 gets the save. So he did get contact, but it did not do nothing. That's the strangest thing I've seen. This right here is back to live now. We're back live. And what's weird about this is, though, you see a little bit of damage on the 36's car. Oh, and the 19 just blew up. Dylan Vose has blown up, exit in turn 2. Too much damage. You're going to have to bring it to pit road and be done. Wow. He's bringing it to pit road. So I don't know. It's kind of weird because he's back up to speed. And I mean, it would not explain why he was that far off. I'm not sure what was going on. Should have been a caution. I've never seen. I've been on iRacing 2 years now, right at 2 years I think, or coming up on 2 years. That is the first time I've ever seen that kind of a drop off though, especially without much damage. As we got Dylan did make the pit road, we do got a battle right here. Nate Anderson, Joe Burchett. This is for 5th place. Nate falling back just a little bit because of old tires. We come up off turn 2. He does get a good drive off though. Oh, he just turned the 94. And not sure what happened here, but not sure what happened, but Joe Burchett not going to be happy with that. Okay. Wow. And Joe's not is done. That's not good. As we watch Landon Lacey on pit road. Race off pit road. Eric Minch, by the way, staying out. Will lead a lap. We expect him to come back down pit road here as well. Landon Lacey did win the race off pit road. Alright, we'll be right back right after this as I try to get some word on what happened. I think I got an idea of what I'm being told, so be right back right after this.
We're all looking to bring as much of the real world into sim racing as we possibly can. Our SimCraft Tilton Pro Sim Racing pedal sets are here to elevate your rig, improve your consistency into and through the corners, and give you the ability to dial in your perfect pedal feel. Put your feet on the same pedals the pros use. From the braking zone to corner exit, get the most out of every corner with SimCraft.
back here at Richmond. Just got word. It looks like that was right. Got a little bit loose. It looks like overcorrected. Unfortunately, into Joe Burchett's day, and Joe's not very happy. I think he's got a right to be not happy. I know they didn't do it on purpose by any means, but you know, I think you got to realize that fresh tires versus old tires, who's going to win that battle, and you kind of got to give way a little bit. But that's part of it, I guess. Sucks for both of them, because they both have very good cars, that is for sure. Of course, Nate is still racing, by the way. I just want to make sure everybody knows that he is still in the race. Landon Lacey just took back the lead. Well, I ain't going to say took back the lead. A little bit bumped on that restart. I do want to mention that the 44 once again did take 2 tires on that last stop. I don't understand why though, because the last time he took 2 tires, he fell all the way back to like 7th or 8th. He did it again, and it's not going to work again if it didn't work the first time. It just, I don't know, it don't make a lot of sense to me. Why would you take 2 tires? It looks like Eric Mitch. Oh, we got some good racing back through here. It's kind of hard to stay with who, because there's so many good starting to happen, or battles starting to happen. As the 29 of Lee Grandy goes a little high. It's going to open the door for Eric Borelli and the 36 Joshua Banks, who is back on track, but he is 5 laps down. And Lee going to take the high line once again. He's getting a good run out of turn 2. Once again, guys, we broadcast tomorrow. We do not broadcast Sunday or Monday. We was scheduled to broadcast Monday, but the Red Light Racing Series had to push the race back because of the hurricane about to hit Florida. And they got a lot of people that race in Florida, so they're not even at home, of course, because of the evacuations and stuff like that. Here we go. Austin Marion and the 44 of Zach Greer. Zach, like I said, took the 2 tires. And you can see already, it's not really paying out. It will fall off really fast, and he will continue to slide back. Or at least I predicted he'll slide back. I may be wrong. I don't know. Right now we got a good group of cars here, though. This is the closest battle on track. The 14 underneath the 65. Joshua Banks also in this. Of course, Joshua a few laps down. Lee Grandy is in 8th. Jeff Smith is in 9th. Nate Anderson 10th right now. So all these guys are really close. And one mistake and one of these guys from the back can easily get a lot of positions here as we work out of turn 2. We are 60 laps complete as the 29 of Lee goes underneath Austin Marion. And we'll move in to the 7th position. Jeff Smith trying to do the same. We hop on board with Jeff. You also see the 44 getting passed by Joshua Banks. Like I said, Joshua is a few laps down. 5 to be exact, as we work out of turn 2. Nothing really happening up for the lead right now. Fastest out on track last time by was Matt Urban and Landon Lacey. That time by as we cross the start finish line, Landon Lacey the fastest time by. Guys, I want to keep mentioning that we will be opening up a new league here soon for the Winter Series. What was normally known as Center Force Racing Championship will now be, we don't know the name yet, but it's going to be something different. We'll be running street stocks, modifieds, and late models. Most likely it will be on a Saturday or Sunday probably, or Saturday or Friday afternoon or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, it should be fun. Oh, 61 upside down. Jeff Smith is going to roll, and that's going to bring out a caution. Wow. What the heck? Nate Anderson gets into the wall once again. Clips the 61, and around he goes. Wow. That just, that escalated quickly. One more look at this from a different view. I was trying to see who that was actually further back. I could not tell. Woo! Wow. So pit road's open. And everybody... Oh, Eric Borelli missed his pit box. Had to back up. A lot of guys I'm hearing are having trouble with the back of the tires. Race off pit road. And it will go to the 44. Zach Greer taking 2 tires in. Zach may have just got caught speeding. I'm not sure. He did. 44 caught speeding, so he will get a drop to the back. And now the 2 tires definitely not going to pay off. Now you're in trouble. So Landon Lacey barely went to race off pit road. And actually during all that, Todd Cray actually did have the fastest stop out, both of them. Yeah, I agree. I don't quite understand. He's having a lot of trouble with turn 2. And I know he's not doing it on purpose, but that one may have done him in, though. Wow. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. I went and got something to drink. A lot of different things have taken place over the past 15 laps, and I just want to mention that I know Nate is not wrecking anybody on purpose. I want to make sure everybody's aware of that. I know for a fact he's not, and he usually is a better driver, but he is having trouble tonight. I mean, I ain't going to sit there and act like he's not. Got a feel for him. I mean, he definitely comes in here and does not want to do that. It happens, I guess, but, you know, he's definitely had better nights, that is for sure. So the pace lights are off. You got to feel for the people that did get taken out, and I'm not saying that, you know, to be mean, but as a broadcaster, I got to say it. You got to feel for the people that get taken out. We're back to green flag, by the way. Good start right there by the 21. Landon Lacey may have got wheel spin. That may give up the lead to Todd Cray, and it will give up the lead. Up here comes the 35 back underneath. We'll see if the 21 gets to run off like we've seen all night. And it looks like Todd Cray will take the lead. Here comes the 35 back under. Not going to get there this time. The 21. And Landon Lacey almost gets into the wall. Matt Urban moves up to third. Now looking underneath the 35. We'll see. It looks like the run off on that high line is really where you want to be. The middle is really working good right now. Yeah, I mean, you know, as a broadcaster, I call it fair. I always have. As we watch a good battle right here for second. I do feel for Nate. I don't think anything was intentional, but at the same time, you got to feel bad for the drivers who got caught up for doing nothing wrong. I mean, as an example, Joe Burchett had fresh tires, and Nate stayed out. I think you've got to realize that, you know, he's got fresh tires, and you've got to use that. and just let him go. I mean, you're not going to be able to hold him up because he is so much faster. And the thing with Jeff, you know, I feel for Jeff as well. He was having a good run, or a solid run. And then Nate just got loose coming off turn 2. And it really seems like he was having trouble at turn 2 the entire time. And unfortunately, I mean, it hurts Nate too, though. I mean, I'm not going to act like it don't. Nate was second in the points. And now it really hurts him because he's out of the race as well. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I think it was racing, but at the same time, you got to feel for all 3 that was involved. Just got to move on. I mean, that's the only way you can do it, I guess. But anyway, we keep racing. That's one thing. I mean, we still got a race that still needs to be ran no matter who wrecks out. You know, I'm a Chase Elliott fan, but I see him wrecking all the time. I still watch it. I mean, you know, it's part of it, I guess. All right, so I want to mention we got only 9 cars on the lead lap. Jeff Smith is back out there running, though. Unfortunately, he's got a ton of damage. You can see it. He's not giving up. And that's one thing I'll say about a lot of people in this league. They don't give up. And I think that shows character for them. Now, he may blow up. I don't know. I mean, he's definitely under speed, and it's going to hurt him. But, you know, you gotta at least he's in here trying it. Watch 11 right now of Jeremy Rigney, who's having a good run. He's up to 5th. He's actually been pretty solid so far. He qualified back in 8th, up 3 spots. Running behind the 14 of Eric Borelli right now. Right behind him is the 29 of Lee Grandy. And both of them having really good runs, though. Lee, of course, won back in the Grand National Series at Indianapolis. Yeah, definitely. It will. I think right now a lot of them is realizing, hey, I got to calm down some. A lot of these wrecks that's happened have been, you know, a little crazy as we got a possible pass here, the 29 looking underneath the 11. But I do expect it to calm down a lot. Oh, the 29 is going to get loose, and what a save. Watch how sideways this thing got. He was almost looking. His caution does fly, by the way. We'll see this. And it looks like Landon Lacey actually wrecked. So we'll get a replay. And it looks like he don't have damage. Looks like he may have just got around. He did. I bet he got apron. I bet you right now he got apron. We can tell. Watch the left front tire. No, he actually did not. He just lost it. Good job by keeping it out of the wall, though. So he went around. He will be back in 9th place. He's going to have a lot of work to do to get back up there, but we'll see. Lucky dog that time. We'll go to Jeff Smith once we hit the start-finish line. As pit road will be open. Should see everybody on pit road. Here they come. Alright, who will have the fastest pit stop? Let's see. That first pit stop for Todd Cray, or I'm sorry, for Eric Borelli could pay off here. Looks like I'm seeing most of everybody getting their pit box really good. The 14 going up on definitely taking tires. Did a 48 just miss tires? He took 2 tires again, I think. Down and away. 48, Matt Urban. Oh, he took 4. 44 took 2 as well, or again. I'm not sure what happened with the 29. I thought something happened there, but maybe not. Showed that he had a really fast pit stop. That's not reading right, so just ignore that. Fastest pit stop of that was a 13.63 by Matt Urban. In the 48, and then of course the 821 was 2 tires. So a good stop by the 48 car, who is actually now up to second place. Of course, Todd Cray, your leader. You are correct. You did mention that. I'm just wondering how long patience will last for, though. That's going to be a little interesting because I know Todd's really patient, but with a couple of these other guys, I'm a little worried. Like Matt Urban, I'm not sure how patient he'll be because I haven't broadcast too many races. Zach Greer, I don't think he'll be a lot of patience because he's already took 2 tires like 4 times. So, and all he's doing is going back and forth on the tires. So I don't know how patient he'll be. Eric Morelli, I think, will show patience. Austin Marion, I think, will. Jeremy and Lee, Jeremy Rigney and Lee Grandy, I'm not sure. Lee probably won't. Jeremy probably will. Landon Lacey, I know, won't. He's very aggressive, especially if it comes down towards the end. And Eric Manch, I know he's patient. He's probably the most patient guys out of all these. I mean, I want to show you something with Eric Minch. He is back here by himself right now in the 00, running 9th. And I want to show you why Eric Minch is where he's at in points. He's like second place in Grand National points, I believe. He started 14th. He's led 1 lap. He rides around towards the back. He lets everybody in here going to crash out. He knows what kind of race it is. He knows people are going to wreck. Before this is said and done, I'm calling it right now. Eric Minch will be higher than 9th place. He will not be 9th. I'm going to guess probably 5th. Because I don't think the wrecking's done yet in front of him. Yeah, you're right. And that's the thing. None of these guys really have nothing to lose. And the reason why I'm saying that, as we get Eric back green, is Todd Cray has such a big points lead. Nobody's around him. Nate Anderson was second place. He's out of the race. I mean, he's done. He's back in 12th. So nobody really has, nothing to lose. As we got 3 wide already behind him. That shook out fast as somebody checked out of that. I think the Austin Marion did. See, right here's what I'm worried about. You see the 44 and the 14? The 44 on 2 tires I'm still not comfortable with. You gotta be really careful. Plus the 11 and 29 are really going at it as well. Oh, 44 got loose. That could be an issue with him. I don't know yet. We'll see. See, right there, the 2 tires, he came up and hit the 14. And I'm not saying that's a bad move, or I'm not saying he's a bad driver, but in my personal opinion, you gotta, if you're going to take 2 tires, you have to be aware of what you're getting yourself into. Now, a lot of these guys behind him, that's what I was worried about. And that just took out about 5 people. 5 really fast people. I was just about to say that Landon Lacey's going to put himself in a bad position, and well, there you have it. Another car upside down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars involved. 2 of them at least is out. And here's why Eric Minch is good. Riding on board with Eric Minch. You see Landon Lacey up in front of him. Landon puts himself in a bad position by earlier when he spun. That's what put Landon in this position anyway. He gets such a big run out. You see Landon using a high line. And here's the wreck. And look how calm Eric was during that. He just slowed down, moves to the high line, knows everybody's going to go towards the bottom, and moves up a spot. And up to 6 now. I mean, already collected in that. As you see the 44. We'll get another look at this as well because I want to get a better view. I think the 44 washed up the track on the 14, I believe. No, he just came up on him. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I did too. And money, I can't exactly say I disagree right now, to be honest with you, man. I mean, you know, it's not looking good, that's for sure. I just don't know how, and I'm not saying it to be mean to the 44 because I don't know him. I've never broadcasted with him anyway. I just don't know why you wouldn't take 4 here. This place is so temperamental when it comes to tires, it's ridiculous. And when you stay out there for that long, 93 laps, he's only put 2 tires on every stop. Track position is not that important right now. I'm sorry, it's not. Not with this many cars. It's really not. There's no way it's that important. I'd understand if it was later in the race with 50 or so to go, but, you know, you just cost yourself the entire race. Along with another fast driver, Atlanta Lacey, along with Eric Burrell, you just costed him most likely the race. We only got 7 cars on the lead lap. I mean, it's really about ridiculous. I don't even know how Landon's even racing. Wait, did he not get damaged from that? Hold on. How did he not get damaged? He's got a little bit, but... Okay, I guess he net coated through him and just spun it. Whatever. That's surprising. So that's what I'm wondering if the Fort or Landon Lacey might have net coated through them, because Landon was done. Like I even just said, I was like, Landon's out. Apparently not. I thought I seen Landon smoking. And these guys don't have fast repairs. I mean, he's got a little bit of damage. Nothing crazy. I don't know. That's weird. So anyway, we're about to go back green. We started off with 15 cars. We are now down to 7 on the lead lap as the green flag about to come out. Green flag does wave. We're back to racing here again at Richmond. I'm telling you, Eric Minch is a way better driver than what people think. He might not run up front like a lot of these guys do, but he always puts himself in good position to have good finishes. And I want to speak a little bit about Eric Minch for people that don't know. As we have 65 going on a 14-14, it looks like he's got a really under power. For people that don't know about Eric Minch, is that he has a program called Disabled Military Veterans Sim Racing Program, I believe is what it is. Oh, Landon Lacey may have just got the wall. No, he did not, but 65 may be going underneath him, and he will. But anyway, what that is that Eric makes sim racing rigs for disabled military veterans and stuff like that, for them able to sim race. A lot of people that sim race that's disabled can't get into an actual rig because of, you know, handicap problems and stuff like that, wheelchairs, stuff like that. The rig he's making, from what I'm being told, is phenomenal for people that have disabilities. So it's really cool. I'll give him a shout out for that. It's really awesome. And I just want to mention, it's 35, may have put the bumper to 36, that Joshua Banks was 5 laps down, but all these cautions has put him back to 2 laps down. 2 more cautions and he's back on the lead lap. So give him a lot of credit. Joshua Banks is a very good driver. Alright guys, we are past halfway. So with our race summary, 6 cautions so far for 29 laps, 99 laps remain. Todd Cray, your current leader, who has led quite a few laps. 33 laps for him. Of course, Landon Lacey leading 63 so far. Todd Cray, your current leader. As of right now, you really got to watch out for his 48, though. He's starting to work his way up. I'll let you know speeds at the line, or times at the line. Last time by, it was Todd Cray. Not the fastest. Actually, Landon Lacey was the fastest. There's your distance between the car and the leader as Landon just takes over third place from Jeremy Rigney. So that is your distance from each car to the leader. Guys, we're also going to be updating our ticker and stuff like that this coming up week. Probably Monday I'll sit down and actually update it since I have a day off of doing that. Also, tomorrow's race, guys, is a little bit shorter, which is very odd, by the way. Skylar Allen, if you're watching. Anyway, tomorrow's race is a little bit shorter, 188 laps tomorrow for the Grand National Series. I saw something after 40. Something that happened to Eric. Man, she is actually just went a lap down. And he is really not going that fast. Huh. Not sure what's going on with Eric, but really under pace right now. Matt Urban getting the wall? No. Yeah, I wasn't going to say that about it, Lee, but I'm pretty sure you know I already did. I gotta kind of agree with you on that one, though. I mean, it ain't funny. I can't laugh about it. It ain't my job. I gotta be, professional with it, but I got my thoughts of it as well. I don't like the idea of staying out, let's put it that way. I mean, I understand 2 tires, later in the race if you need track position, but, you was 80 laps in or whatever, and Lee was having a good run. I mean, you got to give it up to him. He had a really good car, and really he was setting himself up for, like, what we seen back in Indianapolis, it seemed like, when he won the race. Alright, so we're down to 6 cars after Eric Minch went a lap down. Oh, the 61 on the apron. He's just riding down there just a long laps. That is Jeff Schmidt. He is up to 9th place, but he was having a lot better run when he went for a ride. Just looking at the times right now, Landon Lacey, your fastest on track. I'm going to be honest, if Landon gets back up there, these guys better watch out, because when he actually had the lead, nobody was catching him, I'm going to be honest. He was really pulling away out by everybody, even Todd Cray, which is very hard for me to say because Todd's really fast. So I don't know. I mean, I think Landon's got the car to beat, but he is 1.9 seconds back. Once again, that last time by, he was the fastest on the track. Todd's going to be tough to pass, though, and he's not going to give it up easy, that's for sure. And that time, it was actually Matt Urban, fastest on track. They do got a lap car. I believe that is the 44, I do believe. And see right there, I mean, he did give way to the leader, which is a good thing. Definitely didn't hold him up, so that's really good. Smart. Atlanta Lacey has caught second place. Matt Urban, he closed down on him pretty fast. Actually closed the gap on the leader as well. Atlanta Lacey trying to take over that spot. And it looks like he is going to be able to get it. As he will move into second place. Now the question is going to be, can he run down our leader, who is out front? And Todd's really doing a good job right now, though. Watch him work some of these corners, and he looks almost untouchable, I'm going to be honest with you. Not really much going on. This is the closest battle is for second, I guess. One thing I'm impressed with, though, is Joshua Banks. Now, the thing is with Joshua Banks, he's got to catch Eric Minch in order to get the lucky dog. If a caution comes out, Minch will be your lucky dog once the caution flies, if it flies. As Josh blinking a little bit, but something to be thinking of if you're Joshua Banks is how quick you want to have to try to get around. Because if a caution comes out, you can get your lucky dog. You're only going to be one lap down. Something, you know, very important. I know Josh, we don't really know what happened exactly to him. But hopefully he will be able to get back on a lead lap. So, of course, next week, we go to Chicagoland, as we still watch Landon Lacey, by the way, trying to run down Todd Craig. We don't know when and if he'll be able to do it, if I have enough time. So, yeah, next week, Chicagoland. We will be there in all three series, I do believe. Let me double check. Yes, we are there in all three series next week. And then the week after is when the chase starts at New Hampshire, I do believe. Is that for all series as well? It is, yeah. Okay. At the line, Landon Lacey. A little bit slower that time. Alright guys, what I want to do, as we got one car blown up, hold on. I think that was the 44 it was blown up. And we'll be going back to behind the wall. What I want to do is take a quick break, and we'll be right back in time for pit stops. They should be coming here shortly. Be right back right after this.
We're all looking to bring as much of the real world into sim racing as we possibly can. Our SimCraft Tilton Pro Sim Racing pedal sets are here to elevate your rig, improve your consistency into and through the corners, and give you the ability to dial in your perfect pedal feel. Put your feet on the same pedals the pros use. From the braking zone to corner exit, get the most out of every corner with SimCraft.
Back here at Richmond International Speedway, Jeremy Reed just moves into 4th place. Todd Cray, still your leader. Something must have happened to Landon Lacey. He is now 4 seconds back off of Todd. It looks like to me, possibly got into the wall. His times have slowed down quite a bit over the past few laps. You see the damage there on his car. We'll have to wait and see. He's been slower the last few laps compared to almost everybody on the track. That time by, he was the fastest, however. As you see Jeff Schmidt working off the bottom. He has not been to pit road yet. We do got a pit stop underway just now. Austin Marion on pit road in the 65 car. We may see some of these guys actually push at least to a lap like 150. If they push to lap 150, they're 100% good to the end. Fuel shouldn't be much of an issue anyway, but tires, you know, are a big issue right now. Last time by, Todd Cray and Landon Lacey almost identical lap times, by the way. And Matt Urban, all three run about identical laps. Eric Borelli's up to 5th. With that much damage, I'm very surprised at, to be honest. We have just over 50 laps to go. 57, I do believe. 58, I apologize, 58. So I was sitting there reading some of the messages that y'all was putting in the chat. I was not looking at the time. pretty cool. Yeah, George always comes in here. Brett's been coming in here quite a bit. We've had a lot of people come in here. I know that Jeff Smith's mom, who was in here earlier, Janine, I'm sorry, I'm probably saying her name wrong, comes in here quite a bit, which is pretty awesome. George's been coming in here for, I don't know, for a while now. Brent, I know, just started coming in here last week or so. We got a couple viewers that usually come in here actually don't race. I know Mark Wilson, or Mark and his wife Crystal, they both come in here, which is pretty awesome. They haven't been here the last couple of weeks because they've been busy with personal stuff. But we do a lot of things for the diabetes and stuff like that. We've done it here on the channel. Their son has diabetes, type 1 diabetes. He's only like 9 or 10, I think. But very cool that us and Lazy Days and Go Fast all put on a thing for them. Trying to raise money for type 1 diabetes. I think we actually raised, like, so far this year, like $300 and something, maybe more than that, for type 1 diabetes. And they're frequent visitors. I know Jeff Schmidt as well. I don't want to go too much into detail, but I know he's been affected by it a little bit, which is really awesome. He's talked to me about it before. So yeah, it's really cool to see, you know, some of these guys like that and have the same people come in over and over. And I mean, whether it be for this series, whether it be for another series, I mean, I'm going to be honest, you know, out of all the series we get that we broadcast, I think the Tuesday night series gets the most viewers, Dynasty Racing League, which is awesome. But I think every series every person that comes in has their favorite series. For example, of course, tonight's, you know, Go Fast has their favorites, you know, Mark, Crystal, Janine, comes in here. Of course, George comes to all of them. But, you know, Brent's been coming to almost all of them the last week or so. As we do got pit stops, by the way. Jeremy Rigney was on pit road. Matt Urban was on pit road. Lana Lacey was on pit road. Well, this is going to be interesting because I think Matt will come out in front of Landon. He will. You see it right there. Landon's going to get past, but Matt did close the gap. He had a faster pit stop. This could be interesting for Todd Craig. If Todd stays out, he's in trouble. Although I will say he's still running very fast laps, which is very unbelievable with 70-lap tires. Last time by, he ran a 20.9, which is 7 tenths slower off his best lap. That's not bad for as old tires are. Tim, yeah, Tim comes in. I know Tim's there. Alright, Tim's been in broadcast plenty of times. Tim, of course, if y'all don't know Tim Giles, he is the crew chief or spotter for the 14 car, who's out on track right now. See him. Tim does a pretty good job of that. Of course, Tim races in Lazy South. It's broadcasted on Tuesday nights. I don't broadcast it, but he does race, which is pretty cool. Todd Cray is on pit road, by the way. He must have noticed that Lana Lacey and all them was not. Or stayed out. It looks like Eric Braley going to stay out here. This is a good battle for a position. This is actually a battle for third, I believe. It will be for second, actually. I apologize. Atlanta Lacey does a crossover to the inside of the 48 of Matt Urban. These guys are racing really clean with each other at the moment. And it looks like Matt Urban able to take that spot away for the time being. You get some fresh tires on there, you feel like Superman, that's for sure. Of course, Todd Cray already in and out of pit road. Wow, there's a big difference. He actually gained, well, he didn't gain a lot, but 11 seconds total between first and second. That's pretty impressive. I don't know, it's crazy. No, I apologize. It is not that much. It is, I believe, 5 seconds between what will be first and second once Eric Braley pits. Hey, Zach, how you doing, man? Zach's another one that comes in here. See you later, Grandy. I appreciate you coming in, man. Iowa Speedway. That'd be a fun place to go. Love the racing. I wish the Cup Series would drive there, though. We had a fun race, and I'm sure a lot of you guys remember when Go Fast went to Iowa the first time back in, I think, June or July. Y'all want to talk about a bad race? That was a bad race. Something was going on with the setup, and it was absolutely horrible. I think we only had 2 cars finish the race. I mean, it was pretty bad. But they fixed the setup, and the second time we went back there, it was actually a really good race. Eric Borelli on pit road. That is scheduled. So the 21 is going to come through and take over lead, and he will take it over just now, so he will lead this lap as well. Meanwhile, second place, Atlanta Lacey's going to go around. Caution should fly. Not coming out yet. He's still sitting there as he's trying to get going, and caution does fly. Oh no, that would have been bad. He pulled right up in front of Todd Gray. Let's see what happened. Did these tires hit the apron? Yep, they did. Randy went. Oh, he got the wall pretty good too. And unfortunately for Landon, he's going to have to stay behind the leader, and I don't think he will be lucky dog. I think Eric Borelli will get the lucky dog. I do believe, because Landon was the one that caused the caution, which is very odd, by the way. No, it wasn't letting him go by. We'll see. I believe Borelli will get the lucky dog, and if that's the case, yeah, 14 of Eric Borelli. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know yet. This is going to be interesting. Oh, it went to, I don't know who it went to. Eric Minch. Wow. Eric Minch got the lucky dog. So Eric Borelli now and Lana Lacey will be caught a lap down, which is interesting. And of course, they'll get the wave around, I think. Landon will. I know, depending on where Eric Borelli is. He's got to hurry up and catch the field, and I don't think he's going to have time. So unfortunately for Eric, depending on if he has to go by these guys or not. Yeah, so he'll get the wave around as well. He will be back on the lead lap. Well, that's interesting. Len Lacey going to come down pit road, and now he will actually go a lap down. He's thinking tires are more important. He thinks we may have another caution. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And for you all that don't know Jack, I know he's not in here all the time, but Jack's a really good person. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for over a year now, almost 2 years as well. Almost ever since I started iRacing. I think I met Jack back in January of 2016 or something like that. But anyway, Jack does a lot of broadcasting as well. He's broadcasted on this channel a couple times with me. He's broadcasted by himself a couple times for our team on Twitch, doing stuff for charity and stuff like that. So Jack's a really good person. That's one reason why he's a moderator, and he's also is on my team as well. So it's pretty cool to have him on the team. Anyway, I'm going to tell you who this hurt, though. Honestly, it hurt. You know what? Joshua Banks is back on the lead lap. I just now noticed that. How about that? He came from 6 laps down to get back on the lead lap. That is absolutely insane. Wow. And he's running third. That's insane. That is crazy. That is true. I need to make it up. Don't you worry, Zach. I'm getting you this coming week. You're going to be the first person I talk to this coming Tuesday. I'm talking to you pre-race. You're getting a special treatment. The other night, if y'all didn't watch the Dynasty Racing League, I interviewed everybody in the top 5 besides Zach. And I completely skipped 5th place, or Zach completely skipped him, went back to 6th place. And I felt kind of bad because I didn't realize I actually done it until I looked at it. So I got to make it up to him. The pace car is in. We're green flag back here again at Richmond. Not very many laps left. 33 to be exact. We got a good battle starting to shape up. I just don't know if anybody can run down Todd Curry. Matt Urban's trying though. We go down into 1 and 2. Hopping on board the 48 car. Last time by Todd Cray was the fastest on track. We ride on board with him. Got a battle for second heating up though. Joshua Banks. Yeah, that would be good. Oh, I'll have a reason to interview you. It don't matter. There you go. Zach pretty much pointed it out. It's pretty simple. Brett, I'll get you on here one day. You can sit and broadcast with me. Heck, I'll give you a try. Why not? Be something fun. Here comes the 48 back underneath Joshua Banks. And there's also a battle behind him, if you can't tell. It's Austin Marion and Jeremy Rigney. I'm gonna be honest, I actually need to upgrade my microphone. I'm just broadcasting with the Turtle Beach. I actually need to upgrade. I got another one, but it's not that good. And I'm afraid to pick up everything, so I don't really use it. Alright, so our battles are starting to take place, but meanwhile Todd Cray is gone. Last time by though, Joshua Banks was faster than our leader as we work down the back stretch. Caution comes out. Looks like the 65 may have went around, and he did have to get a tow back to pit lane, But unfortunately, Austin Marion's not is done after that. Not sure what happened as we take a look at our instant replay. This is going to make things very exciting. Landon Lacey looks like he would not get the lucky dog as well after he was just on pit road. Actually, I lie. It looks like he will get the lucky dog. That was Austin Marion that wrecked. But unfortunately for Landon, what hurts him is the fact that Eric Minch getting the lucky dog. Okay. But Landon Lacey will get back to being one lap down because of where everybody else pitted. Big pit stop. Remember 2 tire stops we said? If you're going to do it, now is your time you want to do it. Especially if you're one of these guys that may not have a chance at winning. Todd Cray's down. Nobody else takes the gamble. Joshua Banks, Matt Urban, Jeremy Rigney. It looks like Eric Morelli going to get some damage fixed, but he will be pulling off 5th as well. We'll be right back. This will be our last commercial break from Richmond. We are back here at Richmond. This will be most likely the final restart that we have. I don't know how this is going to work out, but we'll see. Oops, sorry, Wilson. Green flag back out. And already the battle for second is heating up as Todd Craig gets away. Here comes Matt Urban for second. Looks like Matt Urban will move into second, trying to run down Todd Craig. 5/10. Last time by, it was Urban faster than our leader. This would be a big upset if Matt Urban comes in here and somehow pulls this victory off. Coming to 13 to go. Joshua Banks under the 48 now. Side by side as we work off turn 2, 4. These guys have to get back single file so they want to have a chance at catching the 21. It's going to be very tough. Here it comes again. Could be contact. Ooh, that scared me. That scared me. 36 underneath the 48. Eric Borelli looks on as well. Borelli may dive to the inside. 10 laps to go at the line. Borelli now underneath Matt Urban. This is a battle for third place. Borelli putting the bumper to the 48. And then, Jeremy Rigney is closing in as well. Here comes the 14, looking to the high side. We've seen passes done up there before. The run out is so good. He's going to go high, probably duck back down to the inside. No, he was going to stay back up a little bit higher this time. As we work through turns 1 and 2, we'll see what the run out does. Meanwhile, Todd Cray is gone, 1.2 seconds out. As the 48 gets into the wall, here comes the 14. That may be the break that Eric Borelli needed to take over third. And he will take over third. Here comes a battle for fourth. Jeremy Rigney now trying to close in on Matt Urban. Matt goes a little bit high as well. This may be all the 11 needs. He's looking to the inside. Jeremy's car is one of the cleanest cars on the track, by the way. To the inside. The 11 trying to take over the fourth position from the 48. Not going to happen just yet. Here he comes once again. Look for possibly a bump to be put on. The 48 may have got a little bit of the apron. Does a good job. The 11 had it back out. He got a little loose. That may be all the 48 needs to be able to hold on the fourth. How about Joshua Banks and Eric Borelli? Both have had trouble. Joshua was actually at one time 5 laps down. Todd Cray trying to drive away from Joshua Banks. Joshua Banks trying to close the door. We've been in this situation numerous times where Todd Cray has won. Is this Joshua Banks' turn to get up there and possibly move to 21? Joshua has had one heck of a drive. Last time by, Joshua Banks was faster, and the gap is closing, but we're going to have the white flag this time as we work through turn 3 and 4. Caution flag flies. The winner is going to be Todd Cray, as Eric Borelli was the one that went around. Gets the apron, goes around, calls the caution, and the 48. Jeremy Rigney will finish in third place. Wow. How about that? Now wait, it might not give it to Jeremy. Yes, it will. Jeremy Rigney will finish third, I think. It's looking like it. We're trying to make sure. Todd Cray, we know for sure, is your winner. And Jeremy Rigney, what a drive for him. But Todd Cray's going to work off turn 4. He's going to see the checkered flag in the air this time. And he will win. here at Richmond International Speedway. Joshua Banks second, Jeremy Rigney third. How about that? Eric Minch will finish sixth, by the way. That was a good little race there towards the end. That was really good. I'm surprised about Jeremy, man. I got to give it up for him and Joshua, both of them. I mean, you got to give it up for Todd, of course. Hey, I mean, he's your points leader for a reason. As he celebrates, we're going to interview him as the fireworks go off in the background. We will bring in Todd Curry. We'll speak to him first. Hey, Todd, you got me?
Gotcha, Adam.
Man, you started off a little mid-pack. I don't want to say you was slow, because you was not. You was top three. You had, uh-oh, this ain't good. Okay, he missed you. All right, anyway, you had your work cut out for you starting off, but on the longer runs, we've seen your car starting to come into play. What was your thought process going into tonight's race?
Pretty much just try to stay clean. I didn't even bounce the wall one time the whole night. I seen those guys coming at times. You know, there was comers and goers, and just try to stay consistent. Look forward, not in my rear view too much, and not to overdrive it. That's pretty much big key here, I think, is just overdriving it. When you see a guy either coming or you're trying to get a guy, just not overdriving it. And that's, I think we did a good job of that tonight.
We've seen you come in already. This is now your 8th win on the season. 25 races now have been complete. This is going to up your points even more. It's almost impossible for anybody to catch you. During this entire season, man, you've just been on the point. Is there a, you know, what is the key to, you know, being that consistent week in and week out?
I think basically it's just coming to each track and running your race. Too many times you get caught up in too many things, trying to do things you might not do. You know, tonight was a little tricky because I like a high entrance going into one, and a lot of guys were picking up a lot of time there early on in the run. But as the run would go on, you know, I would pull away. So again, it's just being consistent, trying to stay out of trouble. You know, a lot of cautions tonight. Hopefully everybody goes back, takes a look at the broadcast here from Trackside Racing Network, and maybe come out next week and have a little cleaner run.
Man, that was a fun race to watch. You drove your tail off. Good drive. I mean, 126 laps led. You know, you're the points leader for a reason, and most likely going to be champion. So good run, man. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Lazy Dayz Racing for putting it on the K&N series. Great series for me. Go Fast Racing, and again, Trackside Racing Network. Real fun to watch the races, and it's real cool that they're being broadcast here, man. I really appreciate it.
Good win tonight, man. That was a big one, so good job.
All right, thanks, Adam. Have a good night.
Good, buddy. Next up, we'll bring in Joshua Banks, who finishes in second place. Joshua, you got me.
I got you, man.
Well, there's like so many things I could ask you, so I'm just going to start off with this. First, I got a big question I want to ask you because I need to know what happened. That was one of the weirdest things I've seen happen. You came off turn 4, and it's like your car shut off.
The darn, I was going. The pedals disconnected. It's all it was. It just disconnected from the wheelbase, and I couldn't go anywhere. So I just was rolling throughout the entire track. So it screwed me over. So finally got that back together, though, thankfully.
Okay, so we've seen that, and I was really curious about that one, so I wanted to ask that. Now the second thing, you went five or six laps down, man. You drove your way back up through there, and now some of it was lucky dog, granted. Okay. You was fast. You was definitely at least good enough to possibly run with Todd. Now we've seen you in second plenty of times. Okay, over this year, in the last few weeks especially, we've seen you finish second Todd quite a bit. But tonight was a little bit different because you started 6th, not the greatest qualifying spot. Your pedals came disconnected. You lost so many laps. You drove back up through there. If you had time, my personal opinion, you had a chance. Do you think you could have caught him?
Oh yeah. I felt like, especially going into 1 and 2, I felt really strong going in there on those last few laps. That if I had like 5 more laps and a caution didn't come out, I would have definitely been battling for a lead there. So it felt good later in the run, believe it or not. So it was close.
Let me ask you. Now, I've asked you this before, and you've said flat out you get tired of finishing second to Todd. Okay, I understand that. Tonight, my opinion, or your opinion, do you think you had the best car? Because towards the last part of this race, you was really fast.
Yeah, I felt fast, and I felt like I could have beat Todd if I just had more time. I just, at first, 150, I'm going to just say that, 150 laps, I was struggling because it just figuring out the track, hadn't raced here in a while with this car. And so just getting the track down. And then once I figured out my line and was noticing I was really fast, it started really kicking some steam. And it just, once I got closer to Todd, it really started kicking. So just needed more time, though. That's all I needed.
Man, you had a heck of a drive. I know you worked your hind end off for that second place finish, so good job. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? That was a fantastic run by you.
Just shout out to my friend Dakota Craig. He's going through tough times right now, so I just want to send thoughts and prayers to him. I know he's going through a little tough time. He would have been here tonight racing with us, but just had a little struggle tonight. So just, again, thinking of him. And then thanking Nate and Skylar for putting on a great league, having a ball. Just need to finish some wins here. And then please, too, check out my YouTube channel. It'd be greatly appreciated, Dusty Vengeance, and be greatly appreciated.
By the way, if y'all haven't checked it out, check it out. It's pretty cool. Dusty Vengeance is his YouTube. And thinking about your friend, man, of course. And go out there and see if you can get a win tomorrow.
I appreciate it, boss man.
Next up, and I know he's going to be happy, who finishes in third place. And what a run he had. We spoke about it earlier. Jeremy Rigney manages to fight back and grab a spectacular finish after starting 8th. Jeremy, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here. How about that, huh?
You was fast all night, though. Like, the 8th place does not give credit where it's due. You was up towards the top 5 most of the night. Talk us through that, man. Where did that come from?
Yeah, the Geico Chevy was running good. I've been doing a lot of practicing all this week, and I'm pretty fast here. I've been playing around with the setup a little bit of what we can do with brakes and just trying to stay smooth. And I always kind of felt like I was a top 5 car all night, and then I just had a fortunate bounce, but I'll take it.
We've seen the 48 and the 14 get loose in front of you. Now, we know, my personal opinion, I think you was faster. I do. Of course, you finished third anyway. What was going through your mind when you seen them cars starting to go around? Something had to be going through it, at the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know how it is for me. Usually I get collected in those wrecks, and this time I just stayed patient, and I knew they were pretty aggressive in there, and lo and behold, just things worked out for me. Even on these last 2 laps, I started pushing a little bit, and then these guys spin out, so I'll take it.
We seen that you, I think that you, Todd may have had a little bump or something on his car, but I think that you may have had to clean this car all night. What was your total X limit for the night? Because you had a great looking car towards the end.
0. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I didn't touch anything.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We was watching you, and I even mentioned it during the broadcast about how clean your car looked compared to everybody else's. Man, that was a fantastic run by you tonight. People in the chat was actually cheering you on with that, so that's pretty cool. Good
awesome
run. You started 8th, you finished 3rd. Personally, I think you had one of the fastest cars as well, all night with everybody. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, man, that was a great finish.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. I just wanted to thank everybody here on the broadcast at TRN, Go Fast, and Lazy Days, and all the boys back in the shop are going to be partying tonight.
Good run, man. Seriously, congratulations. That's a big one.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Ben. All right, next up, I want to bring in, now this is going to be a little controversy here in a minute. I will speak to him here in just a moment. Let's talk to Matt Urban, who finishes in 4th place. Matt, you got a copy?
I do.
Man, now you was up front. You had a good chance to really possibly get the win tonight. Let's be honest. You was really right on Todd's bumper for the longest time and stuff like that. Landon, you never quite got up towards the front to take the lead. What happened there towards the end? First off.
I don't know. The car was horrible on that last restart. It seemed like every other few restarts you would have a good run, then you'd have a bad run, and it just got caught on the bad run on the cycle.
I've only broadcasted a few races with you in them, a couple road races and stuff like that. This, in my opinion, is your best run that I've seen. A fantastic run, possibly a top 2, possibly a winning car. Anything you could have done a little bit different to possibly put yourself in a little bit better position, possibly taking 2 on that final pit stop, or, is there anything at all you could have done?
I would like to try 2 tires, but I just didn't want to take the chance of getting too loose or too tight. The car, like I was saying, the car was really good on some restarts, but it was bad on others, so I was going to hope for the best, and I guess I didn't go the right way with it.
Still, 4th place finish. You started 4th. Of course, you know, as I mentioned, you was one of the fastest cars in here as well. I mean, there was so many. Everybody that finished top 5 was probably one of the fastest cars all night. I mean, you had a great run. You was running 2nd at the time, of course, or 2nd and 3rd. I can't remember. I think you might have been 3rd at the time when you spun out. But good run nonetheless. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to or anything like that?
No, just give a shout out to Nate for letting me use a computer to actually be here tonight and be able to high race a lot.
Man, that was a good run. Seriously, that was not bad at all, especially for somebody that we're not used to seeing until recently. So good run by you, and hopefully we can see you up front here again very soon.
But yeah, I definitely plan on running a lot more now that my real racing is coming to an end pretty quick after the Sunday.
All right, man, that's awesome to hear. So look forward to that. I'll have you in here and see if you can get one of these wins here soon. So good job, and talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right. Now, if I can interview Mr. Nate Anderson, the man of the night, I guess we could say. Hey, Nate, you got me?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
I know you're not too happy with everything. And I'm going to be honest. I'm honest in all broadcasts. You know that. I've always been honest with everything whenever I broadcast. First off, I need you to give your side of things because there was people in the chat saying this. I was saying this at one point as well. I was like, really? What happened? I want to hear your side because I don't think it's fair for everybody to say it without actually hearing your side of everything.
My side? I can't cuss, can I?
I'll do that. Little words. It's okay if you do little ones, but don't go.
Yeah, no, I screwed up bad. There were a couple times I hit the wall, bounced off the wall a little bit, and I got into a couple of people. I know I probably made them really mad. I apologized to them right away.
I mentioned during the broadcast that you're not a bad racer, and everybody knows that. And I mentioned that, and I said from the start, I don't think you did it on purpose, because if you did, you're in a second to points. There's no reason for you to do that on purpose.
Right.
And that was my point of it. At first, though, you're in here, I'm honest, like I said in our broadcast, it looked like it. But then the people actually in the chat was kind of defending it. It's like he got loose. And I went back and looked at the replay, and you did get loose. What was the problem with turn 2, though? That's where we see most of your problems, was turn 2.
The wall comes and bites you right there because it's not, it's a lot shorter of a corner than turn 3 and 4. If you're not careful, you can get tight right there and just come into the wall, and that's what happened.
And not only that, I think with these cars, they're a little bit different than the Xfinity cars. It'll be different tomorrow. We know that because of how the cars handle. As I mentioned, guys, in the broadcast, Nate is a good driver. So, and I know most of the people that was in chat, everybody agreed with it as well. So I just wanted to get your take on it because, as I mentioned, I think it's fair for, of course, what happened. And nobody should say anything without actually talking or hearing from the person that was in it as well. So I wanted to get you in here and get your 2 cents, I guess, to say on it. But still, I mean, you got to be disappointed because the point situation as it is. And then I think that right there kind of, tells everybody. So it is what it is, I guess. But anyway, thanks for joining. I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, I just need to apologize again to Jeff Schmidt and Joe Burchett. And I know I got into them and they didn't sound too happy about it, but it's a race. It was a racing deal, so yeah, it's all my fault. It's on me.
That's what I said as well. I thought it was, it really, it's Richmond, and if anybody's never drove Richmond, turn 2 is honestly the worst turn here.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take it how you want. Honestly, if you guys go back and look at the last race that we raced here at Richmond, it was way worse. I mean, the setup was updated, of course, for this race, but the last time we raced here, turn 2 was killing everybody. We seen it during the longer runs tonight, turn 2. We seen it on the last restart. Turn 2 killed everybody. So it is what it is, but Nate, thank you. I know you do a good job in the league, and also thank you for doing that. So if anybody is looking for a league, you can contact Nate Anderson as well. Skylar Allen is the other person you can contact. Get in here and race with these guys. They race Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and the season's not much longer. So, and I think that they actually run a winter league as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah. So get in here if you can. That'd be awesome. Nate, thanks again.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, we will be running a super late model winter league, dirt modified winter league, and a super trucks winter league. Cool. So that should be really fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So yeah, there you go, guys. Just if anybody is interested, just get in contact with him or Skylar, like I mentioned. Thanks again, Nate.
No problem, Adam.
So that was Nate's perspective. I agree with what he said. Like I said at first, when I first seen it, I was like, really? Did he really just turn him? And then when I went back and looked at it myself, and I'm always honest when I call broadcast, he didn't do it on purpose. It really was a racing accident. I don't think somebody that's sitting second place in points would take out a driver for no reason. I mean, he had no reason to. Yeah, he probably should have took tires, but I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast if you go back and listen to what I said. Or he probably should have took tires, but like I said, it is worth the gamble when Todd Cray's in here and tried early, and he tried it early to see if it would work, and unfortunately it didn't, but you have to try something, in my opinion, to see if you can try to get the win, and I think that was his best chance. So it is what it is, but we'll move on. The race was fantastic, I thought. Got to get up to Todd Cray, Joshua Banks, Jeremy Rigney, Matt Urban, Eric Borelli, all five of them, heck of a drive. I told y'all guys Eric Mitch would finish decent. I said top five, but he finished sixth. Jeff Smith drives back to finish seventh. That's really awesome of him. So, yeah, thanks everybody again for watching. That's going to knock it out for tonight. We'll be live tomorrow night, 9:55 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be talking to a few extra people hopefully tomorrow as well. Hope everybody had a great night. Take your mind off things. Think of everybody that's going to be impacted by Florida hurricane. We know that's a bad thing. Of course, Texas just got hit, and now Florida, so it's a mess. Thanks, everybody, for watching. God bless. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire 1 race continues. Things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day